shoot, I forgot to fix my hair. Ugh. This is what happens when I don't film with my iPad. Hello there, this is Christy Lewis from Dostoevsky in Space, and I am filming today on my husband's decade-old camera because I've been trying to export a video for like hours and it's just not working, which happens sometimes. But anyway, I usually film on my iPad, so I apologize for the quality. It's probably a little blue. Today I'm doing the alphabet soup tag. The W is for writer. The guy, Shawn, who created this tag has created several others with different letters, which I think is so much fun. And I was tagged by Scallydandling about the books. I'm sorry, I have such a hard time with that name. Now this was a good tag. I had to like really dig into my notes to answer all these questions. Number 1. W is for writer. A writer you've met, know, or have seen in real life. My best friend from childhood, Teresa Lesh, actually published a poem in her literary journal at UCSF where she went to college. I forget what the journal was called. I like tried to look online, but I'm dumb and couldn't figure it out. She published a poem about the Holocaust and it was so good. Of course, that didn't surprise me because she was always the one among the two of us who was telling the stories and I would just be enthralled by her storytelling. Once she said, here, I'm just gonna tell you about this book that I read. She was like, I don't remember the name of it, but I'll just tell you the story. And so she told me the story, like she began it for me and I was like, this is amazing. We have to continue it. So I was like asking her like every, few weeks for like 2 years. Okay, did you remember the name of that book? Did you ask your cousin? Like, did you find out? And finally she was just like, okay, Kirsty, I'm sorry, I lied. I was telling you the story that I made up. And I was like, well, that's great. Write the story, finish it and tell me. She's just always been an amazing storyteller and I am so lucky to know her. She's the one who actually pointed me towards NaNoWriMo, which was what got me really into writing. And we shared Lord of the Rings when we were young because nobody else in our grade was like reading the books. They were pretty pumped about the movies, but she was the only one reading the books with me. So we had to argue about whether it was Meriadoc or Merryweather that was the Hobbit. I think she thought it was Merryweather and I was like, no, it's Meriadoc. And so anyways, that's what 4th grade nerds argue about. This is gonna be long if I don't cut this shorter. Number 2, W is for war. The last great book you read about war. Redeployment by Phil Clay. It was like the American Marines perspective of the war in, I think exclusively in Iraq. I don't think it talked about the Afghanistan war. Very interesting book. W is for www.writer.com, a writer who you recommend or want to read, whose first and or last name starts with W. I'm not getting the bonus points for those who pick a writer whose first and last names start with W. Sorry, I'm moving around so much. This is what always happens when I'm in pain. Okay, I think I'm comfy now for a minute. And I'm going for Gene Wolfe for the win. Okay, now I have to go get up again. Hang on. Ugh, I do not plan things very well. So I have 2 books by Gene Wolfe. This is actually like 4 books because it's 2 books in each, but they're all together called The Book of the New Sun. I freaking loved these books. I don't know what they mean. I don't really get them. I've heard them referred to as, excuse my French, dicklit, and they are kind of like that, but I think they're supposed to be something else too, and I didn't really understand that, but what I loved about it was the sense of wonder about the worlds. You're not really sure if it's like science fiction or fantasy until like you do eventually find out that it's a mix of both. But it feels like ancient and medieval and futuristic all at once. These are just brilliant. I just love them. I'm gonna have to reread them again soon. W is for wait and see, a book or writer you're not ready to try yet. I have to get up again. I better just grab all the books that I need to right now. BRB.
Welcome to the Codex Cantina. I am Una.
I am W. I'm the snob.
Where is War and Peace?
Alright, we're doing the alphabet soup. W is for writer. Terrible at that, and we're terrible at these.
Whatever. So I was looking for War and Peace, but I could not find it. It's somewhere on my shelves, but I rearranged my shelves a lot, so I'm just gonna have to tell you, the book that I'm not quite ready to read yet is War and Peace, because I'm reading so many other long books already this year, or at least trying to. I don't think I've really broken into any of the long books yet that I was like, oh, I'm pumped, I'm doing them, because I read Romola by George Eliot, and then there's the Ulysses 2020 going on, and I was like, oh yeah, I should jump into that. I don't know what I was thinking. That was really dumb, because I haven't even finished the Silmarillion, which was like, I was trying to do that in January, and it's like, yeah, I'm not even close. So War and Peace would be the one that I would love to get to, but man, am I not ready for it yet. W is for What's the Title? A book with at least 2 W's in the title. Bonus points for more than 2. Well, again, I'm not getting the bonus points. I'm gonna say Witch Week by Diana Wynne Jones. I think like School Library Journal really liked it, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll be okay. I love a lot of her other like children's fantasies. This one just sucked. I didn't think it was funny. I thought it was weird and grim. So I don't recommend Witch Weekly, but it does have 2 W's in it. I would recommend other books by her for sure. Like the first 2 books of the Chrestomanci series, those are good, and Howl's Moving Castle. Recommend those. W is for word, one you encountered recently in your reading that was new to you, and or your favorite word. Well, recently, while I was reading the Silmarillion, I encountered several words that I love. They're not real words, but they're real to me. They gave me the shivers, and if they give you the shivers, they're real enough for a booktube tag. So for this one, I'm gonna go with Cuivienen. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not. I don't speak Elvish, unlike some people. And what that is it's the lake where the elves first woke up. Let me read you, like, the sentence is, Eru first woke the elves there in approximately 1050 of the years of the trees. Don't you just love that mythical feel? I mean, oh, man, I just love that. It's a bay on the shore of the inland sea of, yeah, whatever, okay. W is for weary, a theme, plot twist, or cliche that you're getting darn tired of. The religious nutso. W is for whippersnapper. A writer who writes or wrote shockingly well at such a young age. Flannery O'Connor was 27 when she wrote Rise Blood, and she was pretty young even when she died. This is like Sunday school. You ask me a question and my answer is, oh, Flannery O'Connor, instead of Jesus. I'm sure you're getting tired of that by now. W is for weakest link. A book in a series or in a favorite author's dang, what is that word? Oeuvre. Oeuvre? Oeuvre. In a favorite author's oeuvre. That wasn't nearly as good as all the others. You know how long it's been since I've read a series? Well, I can actually say I did not enjoy Starsight, the sequel to Skyward, nearly as much. I don't think it was like so bad or anything. It's just like it was not up to Sanderson quality in my book. And again, that's just my opinion because everybody else that I've heard who has read it, they all loved it. I'm like the only one who was like, I saw every twist coming, come on. Maybe I've read too much Sanderson. W is for whosoever, and he says tag wantonly, which I will do. It's only been around for a little while, so you probably haven't done them yet. Okay, we've got Carla at Raised to Walk, Pickles Reads, Seeking Stories, Gabriella Bookley, and Alex Black Reads. Thank you so much for tagging me, Scallydandling, about the books. And thank you, Shawn, for creating this tag.